Hello, my dear children. Let us continue with chapter number 4, Ratio and Proportion. I hope you all are fit and fine at home by the grace of God. In today's session, we are going to learn about comparison of ratios and followed by practice set 4.2. Comparison of ratios. Children, whenever we compare anything, so either the thing might be bigger or smaller, or they might be equal. So let's see in case of comparison of ratios. The numbers A, B, C, D being positive. Comparison of ratios A by B and C by D can be done using the following rules. Rule number 1. If AD is greater than BC, then A by B is greater than C by D. Second rule. If AD is smaller than BC, then A by B is smaller than C by D. And lastly, if AD is equal to BC, then A by B is equal to C by D. Let us see a video.
We will compare two fractions. Let's say the two fractions are in the form A by B and C by D. One way in which we can compare them is by making their denominator same. Once we make the denominator same, the fraction with the higher numerator is the bigger fraction. But that's a long process and involves calculation of the least common multiple of the denominators. Instead, it's a better idea to compare the product of A and D with the product of B and C. Based on the value of these two products, we can easily say which one's greater. These are the three simple rules. If these two products are equal, then the fractions are equal. If AD is less than BC, A by B will be smaller than C by D. And if AD is greater than BC, A by B will also be greater than C by D. This makes it really simple. So let's say we have to compare 6 by 7 with 16 by 19. Instead of trying to make the denominator same, all we really need to do is compare the product of 6 and 19 with the product of 7 and 16. 6 times 19 gives us 114 and 7 times 16 gives us 112. As 114 is greater than 112, we can be sure that 6 by 7 is greater than 16 by 19. If we use the calculator, you will see that 6 by 7 is approximately 0.8571 and 16 by 19 is around 0.8421. But is this always the best way? What kind of questions appear in the exams? Look at this one. We need to find which one is greater. Would making the denominator same approach work here? Very difficult, as we would have to first find the LCM of 203 and 252 and then rewrite the fractions accordingly. That would require a massive effort. What about the approach we used? Compare this product with this one. This too, perhaps, would be time consuming. Competitive exams rarely test your computation abilities. They test your ability to choose the best way and solve the problem in very little time. Look at the first fraction, 101 by 203. This value approximately equals 1 by 2. 101 by 202 would be exactly half. But this, as we can see, is approximately half. What about 179 by 252? Well, this is much more than half. 179 times 2 is 358. And we have just 252 in the denominator. 797 1594 is exactly half. So 797 by 1599 would be, yes, it will be slightly less than half. And what is 421 times 2? It's 842. So 421 by 842 is exactly half. If we decrease the denominator by 3 and keep the numerator as is, the fraction will be slightly greater than half. Clearly, the second fraction is greater. Yes, we need to calculate a bit. This was way better than...
So, dear children, this was just for your information and to understand the comparison of ratios. Example 1 on page 62 of your textbook. Question 1. 4 upon 9 and 7 upon 8. We need to compare which is bigger or which is smaller. Let's find. We are cross multiplying. 4 into 8 will give us 32 and 7 into 9 will give us 63. 32 is smaller than 63. Therefore, 4 upon 9 is smaller than 7 upon 8. Second example, root 13 upon root 8 and root 7 upon root 5. Cross multiplying we get, therefore, root 13 into root 5 is equal to root 65 and root 8 into root 7 will give us root 56. As 65 is greater than 56, therefore root 65 is greater than root 56. Therefore root 13 is greater than root 8. Therefore 13 upon root 8 is greater than root 7 upon root 5. Example 3. If a and b are integers and a is less than b and b is not equal to plus 1 or minus 1, then compare a minus 1 upon b minus 1 and a plus 1 upon b plus 1. Solution. A is smaller than b, therefore a minus 1 is smaller than b minus 1. Now consider the subtraction. A minus 1 upon b minus 1 minus a plus 1 upon b plus 1. That is equal to, we are going to multiply the, let us consider a minus 1 upon b minus 1 as 1, equation 1 kind of, one number, and a plus 1 upon b plus 1 as 2. So what we are doing, children, a minus 1 we are multiplying b by b plus 1, that is the fraction denominator of the other fraction. Similarly, b minus 1 we are multiplying by a plus 1. In short, we are doing cross multiplication. Okay, that is equal to a minus 1 into b plus 1 minus, as it is a major sign over there, a plus 1 into b minus 1 upon b minus 1 into b plus 1. Multiplying the binomials, that is a minus 1 into b plus 1, we get ab minus b plus a minus 1, minus multiplying a plus 1 and b minus 1, we get ab plus a minus 1 upon b square minus 1. Now we will be opening the bracket. So first bracket will be as it is. As there is a subtraction sign in the center, the other bracket will have changes in the sign. ab minus b plus a minus 1 minus ab minus b plus a plus 1 upon b square minus 1. taking the like terms and solving and cancelling the like terms which are having opposite signs. So we get 2a minus 2b upon b square minus 1. As 2 is common, so we will take 2 out. 2 into ab upon b square minus 1. Let's give that equation 1. Now a is smaller than b. Therefore, a minus b is smaller than 0. Also, b square minus 1 is greater than 0 because it is given as b is not equal to plus or minus 1. Therefore, 2 into a minus b upon b square minus 1 is less than 0. That means 0 is greater than that. Let us give that equation 2. So from 1 and 2 we get a minus 1 upon b minus 1 is less than a plus 1 upon b plus 1. The fourth example is very interesting. Let's see that. If a is to b is equal to 2 is to 1 and b is to c is equal to 4 is to 1, then find the value of a raised to 4 upon 32 b square c square the whole cube. Now let's take the first part, that is a is to b is equal to 2 is to 1. We are writing in fraction form, so we will get it as a upon b is equal to 2 upon 1. Cross multiplying it, we will get a is equal to 2b. Similarly, we will take the next part, that is b is to c is equal to 4 is to 1. Cross multiplying, we will get b is equal to 4c. Now, the value of a we got as 2b, but we got b as 4c. So, we will substitute b as 4c. Therefore, a is equal to 2b is equal to 2 into 4c. That will give us 8c. Therefore, a is equal to 8c. Now, this value we will be substituting in a raised to 4 upon 32 b square c square the whole cube. We get a 8c raised to 4 upon 32 into 4 square into c square the whole cube. By solving it, we get 8 into 8 into 8 into 8 into c square upon 32 into 16 into c square, the whole cube. When we solve, the things get cancelled over there. So, we will get the answer as 8 cube. And cube of 8 is 512. So, the value of a raised to 4 upon 32 b square c square the whole cube is 512.